Okay, so who we're talking to here next? We're in the Imperial Command. Gonna talk to Karoo here, I think. If he'd stop moving. Karoo paces near her desk, looking like a shark circling the shallows. She clenches a long, elegant pipe between her teeth, the smoke trailing an acrid weight behind her. She looks up when you enter and favors you with a brief nod of acknowledgement. Look, experience.
The former Lord of Cadnua and one-time Terrifier of Harbor Masters. If dockside tales are to be believed,
He smiles briefly through the smoke.
you have not brought much good news of late.
Her pensive look returns.
So, in addition to pirates, profiteers, and slavers, the Deadfire has a vengeful god roaming its waters?
She bites down harder on her pipe. That's about the shape of it. Let's see, that's clever stuff. Passionate. Rational or benevolent. I don't think Aethys intends any harm.
If your report is true, he's stumping port towns into craters. I don't much care why he's doing it. He must be stopped.
She halts, turning to face you. You're finally able to get a good look at her. She's not especially large for a fish face, but she carries her shoulders high. Her rather weathered face looks to have seen many storms blown and sun-beaten days on deck, yet her eyes are sharp and keen. That's why I came to you all at the palace. Obviously, no one's got it in for him more than me. First, I need to find him. That's why I came to you at the palace. She waves a hand dismissively.
If there were help to be found at the palace, do you think Deadfire would be such a mess? The Valians won't lift a finger if it isn't to snatch a coin, and the Huana will barely do that much. No one takes charge to solve the big problems. But perhaps we could work together to our mutual benefit.
She takes the pipe in her left hand, and as she does, you notice that her right is unusually stiff. What do you mean? Perhaps it could. I'm not sure about that. What do you mean?
Look around. Deadfire's full of fertile, temperate islands. Except for Andra's mortar. It's largely free of rough weather.
She waves her right hand, and you notice again that her fingers remain strangely still. You realize it's an unusually fine prosthetic.
Yet much of it is uninhabited. Itinerant tribes drift between some of the islands, and smugglers and slavers cluster around the rest.
She shakes her head.
It's a waste. Imagine what this place could be, with well-guarded shipping routes. How many Rawatayans we could feed with plantations here.
What does that have to do with me? I don't see how you're much different from the other powers here. That's a worthy venture. So you're exploiting Deadfire for the sake of Ruatai, whatever. I don't see how you're much different. Raspy laugh rattles from her chest.
The Valian Trading Company wants to leech every last coin they can from the Deadfire, no matter the eventual cost. They're little more than thieves. The Principi are actual thieves, no matter their pretensions of nobility.
Aye, and honest about it besides. Also talented, charismatic, and spectacular betwixt the sheets.
Hasanui briefly glares at him as if he's proved her point.
And the Huana are happy to let them all pick away at their fractured empire. We're interested in building something here.
Pipe in hand, she gestures expansively. What does that have to do with me? It's a worthy venture. So you're exploiting Deadfire for the sake of whatever. I'm not sure I agree. What does that have to do with me?
If you're chasing the god who's stomping this place into the ground, then we have a common goal. And if you're going to survive here, then you could use an ally.
Hint of a smile tugs her lips from her tar-stained teeth. What do you have in mind?
The disaster at Hasongo remains a key concern. We rely on the port there to ship food back to Rawatai.
She sucks on her pipe, hiding her worried expression behind a cloud of smoke.
That's on hold until you investigate. Short of that, there are other matters that demand attention. You've already spoken with Atsura. For now, I suggest you continue to work with him. I might have something for you later.
What's the game board for?
Hazatoa. Atsura and I usually have a game running, and this one's been going on for over a month and a half. Atsura's good at misdirection, but I've got a mind for the long game. You look like you've come with a purpose.
What happened to your hand? She extends her arm, holding the prosthetic between you. It's an exquisite piece with reinforced joints in each of the fingers and smooth, sanded finish.
It happened a year into my first command. We were chasing pirates along Rawatai's south coast, and they landed a shot right next to our magazine. A lucky hit.
Just quiet for a moment.
I ran below. The fire was already spreading and making for our powder stores.
What did you do?
I smothered what I could with my uniform, pulled the rest away with my own hands.
It's quite a story. There must have been another way. I would have done the same for my shipping crew. If you hadn't, you and your crew would probably have died. At least you got to keep the other one of them. She squints at you, taking a straw from her pipe. She didn't appreciate that one.
You've got a strange sense of humor.
I do.
There's a cost to every victory, and the win goes to those willing to make a sacrifice.
She considers the wooden hand, turning it in the light. You sense satisfaction in her gaze.
I'll bet you already know a thing or two about that. And if you don't, Deadfire will teach you soon enough.
Okay. So now what do we do? We're supposed to go talk to What's-His-Face again? Space over. I'm going to speak with someone in charge. I just did. Oh. It's a bounty. It's So I guess I found the director at the Valiant Trading Company offices in Queensbirth. Thought we did this already. Am I supposed to go talk to What's-His-Face again? It's not. There wasn't anything on the screen though for that. Let's go see, just in case.
Clear skies.
Tilts his head as he watches you, his eyes unblinking. Seem different from the... No, that's not it.
It's a trading post, of course.
What do you trade?
Rawatai is rich in
Okay,
the Valians
seen
have
all
become
that.
aggressive. We learned the value of defending our goods.
Hmm. So, Queensbirth, right? Sacred Stair. That's it. Gullet. I don't want to go to the gullet. Guess we should go to the gullet just because we can't get there from here, I guess. Not that I really want to. The birds. Dum, 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 dum. Go faster.
Leave. No Valiant spy is coming through on my watch. I'm a merchant. I have business inside.
You want to see our walls, our cannons, our powder house. You must think I'm an idiot.
You look pretty stupid.
Back. You got one thing right.
See? Knew where that conversation was going. You the bustle of the crowds behind, making your way along the windy path to the gullet. For a time, the path ascends the mountain. Even so, the cramped walls and rundown Huana buildings close in around you, obscuring your view. You come to a dark passage cutting through the mountain, just wide enough to accommodate a wagon. The path here descends steadily into the rock face. After a lengthy journey through the dimly lit tunnel, you come to the gates of the gullet. The stench hits you first, a foul mixture of rot, stale air, and bodily odors. You notice a guardsman pushing a cart heaped high with moldering food, which must account for some of the smell. Ahead, the homes of the gullet emerge as a collection of lights amid the darkness. You hear the rush of water below, and a frigid breeze wafts up from the unseen depths like an exhalation.
Please, I did nothing.
Throw him in. Now you see a man being dragged along a rickety boardwalk toward the rusty cage that swings over the abyss. He strains against the guard's grip. The guard delivers a savage backhand.
Enough! Or do you wish to consign her to the old city as well?
The warrior casts a meaningful glance at a woman standing a short distance away.
Let him go!
She screams at the guards, but she doesn't dare approach. The man notices her. His face lights up with shame.
Beer! I'm sorry!
Your tongue flops like a dying fish. I tire of its stink. Lower him down!
You ever thought about changing the color of your
Read the room, please. The guards drag the Raparu into a metal cage and lock him inside. He shouts and rattles the bars as it's lowered over the edge of the platform. Eventually, his screams are lost in the depths.
May Tangaloa devour your souls, you cold-blooded eels.
Don't go make me chase you. You could have stood right here.
Be careful. The gullet is no place for outsiders.
Guard folds his arms, watching the activity of the walkways through slitted eyes. A coral piercing juts from his lower lip. He notices you with a sharp nod. Why was that man sent below?
Otaro? He associated with foreign criminals.
He spits. The gobs of saliva is just one more splotch on the weathered and molted boards.
I cannot be certain about Biha, so I let her go. But I will be watching her. These wicked sorts overrun the gullet and corrupt the Raparu. Our justice must be swift and firm.
Where's Biha now?
Hers is the first house you come to. Just there.
He points southwest across the walkways.
You will probably find her there.
Where does the lift go?
To the old city, Ikira. A god's cursed ruin filled with walking corpses and abominations of the deep.
Sounds cool.
And the remains of lawbreakers and troublemakers. The gullet is no place to wander. Watch yourself for rowdies and pirates.
I want access to the lift to the old city.
Are you mad or merely lost? That place is a punishment for the lowest sort.
He waves a hand toward the exit.
Go and explore someplace with pleasant views and fresh air. The harbor, or Periki's Overlook.
Nekataka has a rich history, and some of it lies buried. I must see it for myself. I can look after myself. Perhaps this will change your mind. It's a rich history. He shakes his head.
It's your neck, Ikira.
He whistles, and the guard standing by the lift looks over at him and nods.
We will leave the lift down there for half a day. That should be enough time to come back to your senses. After that, you are on your own. The guard will let you pass, though I urge you to reconsider.
Farewell. Yeehaw. We know where this is going to go.
Was taking Bataro not enough for you?
Eowyn thrashes a row of tunics and sarongs hanging from the rafters. Her pointed teeth are gritted in frustration. Her lips are set in a snarl. The clothes are spotless, yet she swings a handful of reeds again and again, grunting with each blow.
Bataro is gone. Dead. What more do you want?
She punctuates each statement with a fierce whack of the reeds. The children flinch, looking between you and the woman. Am I interrupting something? Take a deep breath and let's talk about this, whatever it is. Wait and observe. Are you all right? She looks at you for the first time. A fraction of her anger burns off.
Forgive me. I thought you were one of the foreigners who sent him away. Outsiders here always go to the tavern. My village was not like this. Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away?
And did you know the man who was lured into the old city? One of the children starts to say something, but Bihaz shoots him a sharp glare. She turns back to you, arms crossed, gripping the reed bundle tightly.
Bataro is punished already, I say. Whatever offense he gave, do not hang it on our necks.
She begins swatting at the laundry again, though with considerably less gusto. He's trying to tell you something. Sure, he'll do it after this. I know you're scared, but I'm not here to harm you.
You say, but you have the face of Tangaloa, the eel of death.
Oh, yeah. There's that. Being the death godlike, you know. Even as she beats the sarong, she shudders. She turns away from you, striking the sarong harder and harder.
The traders say they bring riches in their big ships.
Fabric pops and snaps beneath her fury. Sweat is flying, spattering the clean sarong.
But what reaches the gullet? Only crime and sickness, I say.
She pauses to take another couple of swings at the sarong. Listen, you can't be all that bad. That's unjust. That's the way of the world. What does this have to do with Bataro?
He said we would finally leave.
She breaks off, her shoulders heaving as she catches her breath. I'm so sorry.
It is only another word.
She shrugs, still catching her breath.
Outsiders cover our islands with walls and gates. Many Huana come to Nekataka, but even here, the outsiders crowd us. In the villages, the chieftains know even the Roparu. Here, even neighbors are strangers. That is Deadfire now.
She shakes her head angrily.
I only want to be free of this place. That is how the trouble started. I heard a Rowatine captain took up at the tavern. Suduzo, they call her. They say she is a traitor, so I thought maybe she will take passengers. Bataro went and found her in the tavern.
Her eyes go hard and dark.
Next I see him, the guards are dragging him to the cage.
She bares her teeth at the memory. Maybe I can talk to Suduzu. Can you take a different ship? It's terrible. I'll see this passionate stuff. Suduzu will listen to me or she will get the edge of my blade. That's unfortunate. Maybe I can talk to her. She looks at you with the same critical eye she's been giving her laundry, wringing and tugging the reeds.
Everyone knows the Rowatines are made of brass. They listen only to their commanders. But still, maybe it goes different for you.
She looks around, taking in the hanging clothes, the huddled children, and the warped and splintering walls of the shack around them.
Bataro took some coin. Everything he scraped together working on the docks. And he went to bargain with the captain. I would offer it to you, but it is probably in the old city with Bataro. Or in someone else's pocket.
Tell me about the captain. Look for Bataro. How many of you need passage to Rotai? Tell me about this stash of coin. Can you take a different ship? How many of you need passage?
We are 6. 3 children, 2 babes, and me.
Are they all yours?
Such a strange question. A Roparu child is the child of all Roparu. At least that is the way in the village where Bataro and me came from. But here, we are all strangers. No one looks in on the sick or cares for the children.
Tell me about the captain.
Suduzo.
Mia's holding the reed so tightly that she snaps one in two.
They say she is a traitor, so I thought maybe she will take passengers.
We know that.
But she threw Bataro out.
She looks down at the broken reed in her hand.
Always Bataro was careful with his words, especially as a Raparu. But a Raparu in Nekataka gives offense just by breathing the air of his betters.
We could look for him.
I could never ask someone to go down to the old city, but since you offer...
She trails off, working the reeds between her hands while hope and dread battle in her eyes.
It is a big and dangerous place. But perhaps he hid himself. Perhaps...
She steadies herself with a shake of her head.
Please, help him if you can. Or bring me news if you cannot.
Time about the stash of coins. Worry creases her face. She sizes you up with a quick look.
I tell you, I do not know where it is, and I am sure it would be little to someone like you.
She licks her lips.
After what happened, Bataro would sooner have thrown it into the waters than given it to the Mataru or the Rauataians. If it is anywhere, it is surely with his body.
Can you take a different ship? She shakes her head.
Many ships leave from Queen's Birth, but the Valians take slaves.
She lowers her voice and glances furtively around.
They say the Principe smuggle goods in the caverns below, but I cannot trust such people. But the Rauataians have mighty cannons, and a big homeland they abandoned for ours. Perhaps there is more room for us there.
Very well. Okay, looks like we're going downstairs to go kill some stuff, maybe. Refuse pile. Ah, the arrows. Yeah, looks like we're going this way. Because, you know, it's safe. Speaking of safe. City and Spa was this. She thought the Dreadfire of the region. Oh, okay. You know. A rickety metal cage swings over an abyss. Your clothes billow with a foul wind below. From below, the faint screams and roars echo from the depths. Still, you can make out no details from this distance. Down. You step into the jouncing cage. The door slams shut, and your descent begins with a rattle of chains. Now, as your eyes adjust to the gloom, you begin to make out crumbling ruins and shadows flickering between them. The cage comes to rest with a groan. Hey, Serenus, welcome back. Happy Monday. I'm doing well. How about you? Hey, Bob, welcome back. Going down to the muck, because that's where we belong.
Let's take a look.
And I finally get to go sneaky, finally. Yeah, let's go down this side first.
Why not?
Bones are warm to the touch. Well, that's not natural.
Leave it to me.
Bones are warm to the touch. What's with the warm bones? Trying to figure out how to meet people at the age of 53, as I really have friends and such, and I've been socially anxious all your life. Same old, same. Yeah. Exactly.
No sweat. There. Done.
Stuff. Hey, I'm not supposed to be.
Let's take a
Supposed
look.
to be sneaking still. We're dead bones. Padded cap? Well, that's worth nothing, really. Oh, what's that? Single of... Oh, we gotta kill this thing, don't we?
Can't make a dent.
It's immune. Why is it... It's hurting us. So how do we kill that thing? Can we kill that thing? Padded cap of Vecna? Oh, it might be. We should probably look, huh? It's a joke. Not the padded cap of Vecna, unfortunately. So how are we supposed to beat up on that thing?
Yeah?
Skippy needs to talk to me. Be right back. Okay, she didn't have to talk to me. She just walked in here like she did. So you...
Yeah. Yeah. Better try something else. Yeah.
Sure thing.
So immune. No penetration, immune.
Another attack, Cap.
What about magic missiles?
Think you got the decency to die?
Nope. Okay, we're all done. Oh, the essence battery. Is that related to that?
Quick, toss me something else.
Yep, no, maybe not.
Whoa. Look. Whoa.
Fight time. Well, this is a bad place to have a fight. Run away. Now we can fight. Okay, so he's doing melee. Soul, you step back for now. Whacked him with your little sickle. So we're looking at Shadow, Phantom. We can charm these, right? Let's find out.
Let's go.
That's charmed. Now we just have to wait for him to uncharm so we can kill him. Soon.
Let's go. I'll be chopping you to chum. Yeah.
This shadow can hurt the thingy. Oh, I think it's you have to take out these batteries, I think is what it is. I think that's what we're supposed to be doing.
Nice hit. Looks like trouble.
Take him down. See him.
Still immune.
happen.
Why'd you get behind us?
Take him down. This weapon's no good to me.
Come on, get out of there. Thank you. So, they need him to out of range. I don't know how these work. I mean, I remember killing one earlier, but I think we had a special item for it or something that we don't have anymore, do we? Amulet of Health. That's not it. Something that we were wearing. Blessed incense. That's not it. Ward stones. There we go. Well, we don't have any ward stones. We had one, but now we don't have any. Unless it's up here somewhere.
Pretty good, huh? No sweat.
Yeah, I feel too low. What the hell's that?
No good. Pretty good, huh? Got it.
There's food for that. Maybe? Rest. Constitution, dexterity. Dexterity. Intellect. So it doesn't look like we get any skills, right? Just stats. This is a scroll somewhere. Crafting. And for his body, which is... fit for 60 seconds. Spirit. So nothing useful there. Explosives. Yes, nothing really useful at the moment. Overall power of your character, but
Why not?
that doesn't help me, really. So, except for the chest. Soul Slices is at 6. Party Assist is 1. Total Mechanics is 7. Skill is too low. So, bastards. Okay, out we go. Keep running. Keep running. There we go.
Real quiet now.
So if we can manage to level up while we're down here. Maybe. Not likely, because... How close are we anyway? A little less than 1,000 for the group to level up. He's a little bit behind everybody else, though. He's at 1,500 behind, roughly. Oh, no, more than that. Couple of ruins. The cracked stone face rises from the pool. Lichens clog the hollows under its brows and nostrils, and a pale glow plays along the undersides of its cheeks. Inspect the pool. And murky as it is, it's difficult to tell how deep it goes. You can barely see the statue's submerged shoulders. I can speak. Shoulders. The rest is shrouded in darkness. Yet a smudge of light shines from the gloom. And you hear a faint musical sound from the depths. The melody ebbs and flows, rises and recedes. Inspect the pool. As murky as it is, it's difficult to tell how deep it goes. You can barely see the statue's submerged shoulder. I thought we just did that. Success. Dive toward the light. Oh, who's going to do this one? And you hear a faint musical sound from the depths. The melody ebbs and flows. Dive to your party members. So it's going to have to be him. Oh, he's the only one near it. So he's athletic 7 anyway. Nobody else is close. Oh, that's alchemy. So, yep. Ader leaps into the pool and swims down. The water is surprisingly warm with an oily texture and a brackish flavor. Yum. Yet as Ader paddles deeper, the water grows colder. The light in the depths becomes brighter and sharper, and a strange melody murmurs through the water. As the mysterious source grows closer, muck clogs Ader's eyes, and a strong current pushes back. Despite the effort, Ader fights through the current, sustained by deep breath and strong lungs. Continue towards the light, as you know, it's safe. Ader reaches the source of the light and music. A glowing conch in the statue's open hand. Music flows from it as rich and deep as a baritone. Ader hovers above it, lungs just beginning to ache. Take the conch and swim back up. At first, the conch is stuck in place. With a little effort, he pries it from the statue's palm. It comes free with a pop, and the radiance and music fade. Ader pushes off from the statue and swims despite the pain swelling in his chest. He kicks toward them below the surface. Results. So you gained an item. The Hornet of Depths. The item was put in your stash. He emerges and climbs out of the pool, enjoying deep breaths of the dank cave air. You hear rattling. Uh-oh. The bones by the pool grind and snap together. Several skeletons rise from the mud. Aren't we lucky? Of course, they're right on top of us. Melee. She already is.
After him!
Let's go after that. His little sword and shield. Oh, actually, he's probably using the mace, huh? Oh, he's got the gladiator sword. Is that going to really matter? I don't know. bones being warm might relate to this. Possibly. Hey, Meerkat, welcome back. Yes, that's what happens when you get caught pulling the conch. Yeah, we'll see how he does. I'm sure he's fine.
What do you need?
Gimpy. Combat has not started yet.
Only takes a feet.
Hey.
You can knock things over, right? Knock that down. Shoddy. Shody. Sorry, Shody. I think I was going to say that. Oh, she has the little holy radiance to really hurt the undead, right? That's what it's supposed to do. Where are you going, you chicken?
Yeah.
Smoke veil? Smoke veil that hides their presence for a short time. Gouging strike. Let's do that. Skeletal warrior. You can just grasp, seal the target's grasp morality, causing shaken and confused. And he's already started it, so. What spells can you do for us? Fireball, none of reason to do that. Blood sacrifice. Draw upon your rest essence to fuel your magic when others could not. Receive a variable. Oh, that's right. Gimpy can heal too.
I need something stronger. Take this.
He's in trouble down here. That one, maybe. This one strikes. I guess you go defender stance. Blah, knock down enemies at the stage. Close, the fighter increases their number of engagement targets and takes less damage for each that she engages. So switch over to that. Hey, Brew, welcome back. It's much a pretty good looking game trailer. Not big on one-person shooters, but it did look fun and interesting. So Gimpy got the heal off to help out over here. I just got to kill these things faster.
After him.
Dual wheel? Melee. That. Oh, you got other stuff you can do. Charm this bugger. Finishing blow? That is... Isle. Okay. On that guy. Ground upon your reserve, leap high into the air and crash down to the foes, dazing them. Oh, that'll work. I hope. Rage, frenzy, barbaric yell. Yeah, just beat him up. Purple and takes a move run, effectively hobbling in the enemy successfully. So, hobble them, I guess. Keep forgetting she's got magic too. Oh, she didn't get this off. No, or we could just charm him. Oh, Mr. Sorcerer up there. You got any potions to drink? He does.
Take that.
You have heals, right? Heal Aider. Get your guns and get away from there. Oh, where'd this guy come from? Just teleported over to where Gimpy was standing? That's nice. The caster's divine strength, restoring a similar amount of health to our allies. Oh, we got more than once. Skeletal warrior.
Didn't work.
Stop this. Just get her over here. Oops, that wasn't the smartest thing to do, but I'm sure it'll work. I held them off long enough for the rest of the party to chop up their guys and get to them. That's kind of the idea. Missiles on that. Escape. No, we don't need to escape. Let's burn, counter, and power. So empower. Just the attack. She's doing her little aura thing, damaging undead, I hope. He is... He's still... Oh, he's standing right there. Seems to be sort of working. Here, knock this one over, would you? Still got to kill this sorcerer up here. I guess Gimpy could do that.
Another attack, Cap.
After him.
Now that spell took forever. Just killed him though. There. Switch back to your guns. Switch back to your bow. Switch your stuff back too. The immune from? Nothing now. Did we win? We won. That was a fun little fight. Ooh, a book. It's probably crappy, but it's still a book. Things dual-wielding wands. Have Gimpy look at that stuff.
All right.
Fine breastplate. Fine hide armor. Stiletto dagger stuff. So crappy stuff there.
Sure.
More crappy stuff. Okay, so Gimpy's... Oh, that's right. The grimoires don't work. They work differently now. You can't learn the spells from them. You actually have to use the book. The thing is it's elementalists, skeletal wizards. You can't really even compare what your other books are like. You can only use up to level 3 anyway. So Noxious Burst, Crackling Bolt, this stuff. Gimpy Spellbook is better because it's Alath's book from the previous playthrough. So spell selection. It's still not everything though. I don't like this book system. It's not nearly as good as the first, as in the one. Simply because you can't learn from these. It's not very user-friendly. The book, it's
Hey Gimpy,
different.
it is time to take a break. This break supports the purchase of Rocket's treats. If you would like to help Rocket feel like a puppy again, please visit gimpyknee.com/support or type !treats in chat. Thank you. Your next break is in 1 hour.
Okay. So, in Pillars of Eternity 1, the way the spellbooks work, where you have your base book for your character, right? You open it up and basically have 4... No. Yeah, it's you basically open out the book and it just lists out the spells you currently know for each level. So it's level 1, say you know like 3 of them, right? They'd be in your spellbook because that's what you know. And then if you pick up somebody else's book and they have different spells than you, you could add, another level 1 spell to your spellbook and use it that way. And then you're allowed to use you use up to 4 spells per level. And so if you had 4 level 1 spells, you could use all of them at once in combat and stuff. But if you had 5 in your spellbook, you could pick which 4 you wanted, and that applied for every level. And for some reason, they went away from that system. I don't know why, because it's a very useful system, and it makes picking up spell books meaningful. Well, I don't know. It might work the same way here a little bit, but in this way is, like I said, this is his spell book, and he can learn new spells when he levels up, and but they don't show up in his spell book. They're only, where do they show up? Character record stuff. I don't know where they show up here. There's abilities. Oh, there's his spells. So these are actually all the spells he currently knows. Even though his spellbook only has 2, he knows 4 because when he levels up, we have him learn another spell. That kind of same level 2 and level 3 is the same way. And he knows these already because of his spellbook. So, but you can add to it, which is okay. It's basically the same system that they use in Avowed. Is that the name of it? The first-person game for this that came out earlier this year, which is the whole thing that prompted me to doing the Pillars of Eternity games in the first place. But this is basically the same system. You can learn the spells as you level up, but the only spells you can use at any one time otherwise is if you have the spell book for them. But in 1, finding the different spell books out there was cool because you go, oh, this Skeletal Wizard's Grimoire. Oh, I don't have this spell. I'm going to learn it. That kind of deal. And then it gets added to your main spell book. So you could either use this one, as your main spell book, or you could use your main spell book. It's entirely up to you how you want to do things. But like in this system, say we're the Elementalist one, say, oh, I don't have Delayed Fireball, you know, when you get up to this way, go, oh, so I'm going to use this spell instead because I don't have the ability to learn a new spell yet. So I might as well use the spell book and use everything that's available here. So it's just, I just don't like the system as much. The one system is much more Dungeons and Dragons like. You know, what wizards do. You know, they pick up their spell book and they find a new spell, they add the spell to their spell book. Who cares how many spells they have? You know, that kind of stuff. So, but here they don't allow you to do that. But anyway, I do need to get up, stretch my legs, get some water, that kind of thing. I'll be back in a few minutes to continue on wandering around here in the old city overlook. What are we looking for? We're looking for some guy that got sent down here and his wife and family went to leave. So, anyway. Be back in a few minutes. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the dog video.